Shortly after the release of an audio recording this past Saturday morning of a conversation that allegedly included.
What if I told you the WNBA isn't just broken, but rigged from the top? This isn't about bad refs or missed calls anymore. It's way deeper. We're talking secret money trails, shady decisions, and a possible cover-up straight from the highest seat. Because just now, NBA Commissioner Adam Silver dropped a straight-up bombshell. A leaked document claims WNBA refs have been getting paid directly by Kathy Engelbert. Yes, the WNBA Commissioner. And no, this isn't just gossip. There's allegedly an audio recording, private emails, and even a hidden internal report. Is this why Caitlin Clark keeps taking hits with zero protection? Are refs being told who to favor and who to ignore? If even a piece of this is real, it could tear the whole league apart. Because what's happening right now might be the biggest scandal the WNBA has ever faced. Okay, here's what just came out, and it's massive. Adam Silver didn't just post a tweet. He stood on a podium, held a press conference, and brought proof. Cold, brutal proof. An official report, a referee list, and financial records showing off-the-books payments allegedly linked back to Engelbert herself. We're talking secret consulting bonuses, quiet bribes, and hush money dressed up as league rewards. Why? To protect some players and erase others from the spotlight. And if this is real, it explains a whole lot, especially the way Caitlin Clark's games have been called. But ask yourself, why silence the very woman saving your league? Why punish the only player bringing in record crowds, media buzz, and mainstream attention? Who gains by holding her back? Because the truth is, Caitlin's been under fire all season. She's been slammed to the floor, smacked on the arms, elbowed in the ribs, and the refs act like they didn't see a thing. But the moment she even frowns, they tee her up, like someone upstairs is saying, know your place. And yet, she's the reason ticket sales exploded. She's the reason your neighbor suddenly knows what a Fever jersey is. She's the reason the WNBA even made it onto national TV. So why does it feel like this whole system was designed to put Caitlin Clark in her place? Now that this memo is out and an investigation's in motion, fans are finally connecting the dots, the missed calls, the double standards. The refs who stay quiet when she gets smacked, but blow the whistle the second she touches someone. That's not random. That's not overthinking. That's a pattern. And here's the question everyone's too afraid to ask. Was Caitlin Clark being targeted from day one? Now let's talk A'ja Wilson. Look, no one's saying she's not talented. She's a two-time MVP for a reason. She delivers in big moments. But that whistle she gets? Come on, it's a joke. That last Fever vs. Aces game, it was like watching the refs put a crown on her head. Wilson had 13 free throw attempts, by herself. The entire Indiana Fever squad, just a handful more. But it's not just the number, it's the timing. Every time the Fever started building momentum, boom, foul, whistle, game slows down. Wilson goes back to the line. It felt like the refs weren't just calling a game. They were tilting it, and Vegas, they didn't just win. They were handed that game on a silver platter. Meanwhile, Aaliyah Boston, a powerhouse in the paint just like A'ja, couldn't buy a foul call. She got smacked around all game and somehow walked away with just 2 free throws. You see what's happening? This isn't just favoritism, it feels planned. Like someone way up top wants A'ja Wilson to shine, while Caitlin and Aaliyah have to crawl through cement just to get a whistle. And it makes you wonder, is the MVP race even real anymore? Indiana's head coach, Stephanie White, finally snapped. And honestly, who could blame her? She got hit with a technical mid-game after yelling at the refs for, surprise, another obvious no call on Caitlin Clark. But here's the crazy part. She was right. The refs flat out ignored clear contact on a huge play, and instead of fixing it, they punished her for speaking up. So what message does that send? You can't protect your own players. You can't challenge a bad call. You just have to stay quiet and take it. You can't even show frustration. Not even when your players are clearly being targeted. And it's not just a one-time mistake. This keeps happening, again and again. Refs turning away from obvious fouls, overturning clear calls on review, letting players get shoved, slapped, and tripped, as long as it's happening to certain people. So here's the question. Why are coaches and players getting fined, but the refs walk away clean? Stephanie White didn't just get a tech, she became a symbol. A coach who finally said, enough. Someone who dared to speak up against what's starting to look more and more like a rigged system. And honestly, we need more people like her. Let's talk about what really makes sports move. Money. Because in pro sports, where there's smoke, there's usually a stack of cash burning underneath. Now think about it. What's one of the fastest growing monsters in sports right now? Sports betting, player props, over-unders, points, fouls, assists, blocks. You name it. Now imagine this. You're a ref. You've got money riding on A'ja Wilson scoring 25. And just like that, boom, she's at the free throw line 13 times. Coincidence? Or something way darker? Or worse? What if someone close to you is placing the bets and you're the one helping them win? That's what fans are whispering now. No, scratch that. They're yelling it. Because when the same stars keep getting soft, phantom fouls, and the same ones get shoved with no whistle, people aren't dumb. They're waking up. Could refs be betting? Could they be helping friends cash out? Because if that's even 1% true, then this isn't basketball anymore. It's a casino in sneakers. And here's the thing. Fans might not understand all the play calls, but they know when something feels off. They see Caitlin Clark get flattened, no whistle. They see Aja grin as she heads to the line again. They see coaches losing their minds on the sideline, and the league finds them instead. And fans, they're done sitting quiet. Twitter, TikTok, Reddit, it's on fire. Hashtags like Soccer Justice for Clark and Soccer Ref Scandal are popping up everywhere. You've got memes of refs in clown wigs, whistles made of $100 bills, fake ads showing Aja with her own signature foul call. And here's where it gets real. It's not just random fans anymore. LeBron James, Chris Paul, guys with real weight in the game, they're calling out the WNBA. They're demanding answers. Because when the fans stop trusting the refs, the league starts losing credibility. And when the players stop trusting the refs, the league loses control. So tell us, WNBA, are you even paying attention? Because your fans, they're not just watching, they're keeping receipts. And no, they're not going away. Let's clear the air. Kathy Engelbert hasn't resigned. Not officially. But if you've been listening, the noise is getting louder by the hour. The pressure is real. People are fed up. Players feel betrayed. Coaches are boiling over. And let's be honest, this isn't about a few missed whistles anymore. This feels like a league rigged from the top down. And guess whose name keeps popping up? Engelbert's. That leaked memo? The one listing consulting fees for certain referees? Yeah, she's reportedly tied to it. And those same refs, they've been right at the center of the most blatantly shady calls all season. Now, after Adam Silver personally kicked off a full NBA investigation, the spotlight is locked directly on her. So let's ask the real questions. Did Engelbert approve those payments? Was she helping protect certain stars, while letting others like Caitlin Clark get beaten and ignored? And if she wasn't directly involved, why hasn't she said a single word? Where is she? Why hasn't she faced the press? Why hasn't she looked fans in the eye or answered the players she's supposed to lead? Because here's the truth. If the person at the top can't be trusted, then who can? So the real question now, should Kathy Engelbert step down, or does she need to be removed? Because staying quiet during a storm, that's not leadership. That's hiding. Let's pause for a second and ask the scariest question of all. What if all of this is actually true? What if the games were rigged? What if Caitlin Clark's breakout was slowed on purpose? What if the MVP race was never fair to begin with? What if refs were cashing in on their own calls? Because if even half of that is real, then every stat you've seen, every highlight, every trophy, might be built on lies. That means fans didn't just get disappointed. They got cheated. That means players weren't just playing hard. They were fighting against an invisible hand. This goes beyond bad reffing. This is about trust, about whether people can believe in the game they love, or if it's all just a dirty business behind closed doors. So ask yourself, what needs to happen now? Should the NBA take control of the WNBA? Should these tainted games be reviewed, even reversed? Because if no one acts, this won't just leave a stain, it'll burn the whole league down. And the clock is ticking. Fans are furious, but you know who's even more dangerous? Sponsors. Sources say two of the WNBA's biggest corporate partners are already rethinking their deals. And can you blame them? What brand wants to be tied to a league under federal investigation for corruption, especially one that prides itself on female empowerment and being the future of sports? If the money pulls out, you already know what's next. Less TV coverage, smaller team budgets, lower player salaries, and that rare momentum the league finally had this year, gone in a flash. Because like it or not, money talks. And right now, the people with money are asking some very uncomfortable questions. If those questions aren't answered soon, this could be the end of the WNBA as we know it. And let's be clear, this isn't just about Caitlin Clark. This isn't just about Aja Wilson. This is about the future of an entire league that's on the edge of either reform or ruin. Adam Silver stepping in might just be the only thing saving this league right now. Because now, there's nowhere left to hide. Refs are being audited, top brass is under review, and fans, they're watching like hawks. This isn't just news. This is a reckoning, and it's been coming for a long, long time. So here's the final question. Will the WNBA survive this storm, or will it finally crack under the weight of its own lies? That answer depends on one thing, whether they tell the truth. So let me ask you, do you believe the league is rigged? Let's talk in the comments. And if you care about real basketball, smash that like button, share this video with someone who needs to hear it, and hit subscribe. Because trust me, this story's not over. Thanks for watching. See you in the next one.